Yeah, I'm Paul, and I'm the creator of Strobot Ultimate, which is a combination of two things. It's an indicator called Strobot View, and it's a robot called Strobot Trader, and the two of them are tied together. So the indicator actually drives the robot. So what I want to do is basically introduce you to it, what it is and how it works. So basically, it's a trading robot. It doesn't trade all the time. Sometimes it doesn't trade for a day. Or anything like that. So it's basically built on some indicators that I've built over like 5-10 years of trading and learning and making lots of mistakes. And it basically generates signals that it trades on. And it does a lot of more things than just trading. Obviously, it writes stops, take profits. It manages trailing stops with fib levels. It just does a lot of really cool stuff. So by using this chart here, I'm going to just take you through what's on the chart. Now, obviously, you can trade any forex pair with it. We're actually experimenting with stocks at the moment, and we can trade indexes with it pretty much. But generally, we stick to the forex pairs. And so I'm going to talk about my ribbons, something that I call market scanner that I've built, just because I couldn't think of a better name for it. So basically, we've got a slower ribbon here. Look at that. You can see it's in a cell, and then we've got the fast ribbon here. And you can see you've got an entry there. These hollow candles are entries. Hollow there, there's one there, there's one there. Obviously you can see they're pretty cool entries, and the target is the blue line here, which is, so basically it will place the trade there, 23 pip stop, and take profit. One of the unique features about it as well is we discovered that, after doing a lot of data analysis of course, that every trade we place, out of them 75 out of 100 will go safe, which means they make at least 23 pips. So we actually place two trades. So we place a longer trade with a target of down here, and then we place a short 23 pip trade, and they all have 23 pip stops. Okay, so what happens is when the big trade goes safe, in other words, the stop is moved inside the entry, the little trade takes profit. So we make lots of little profits, which, guess what, covers the losses. So if we get any losses, so 5 trades lose, we end up making money. So it's complicated how that works, but I have got another video available that actually shows a spreadsheet showing some of the numbers and how it all works out, which is kind of cool. Unfortunately, you can't do that manually because obviously you need to get your both trades on at the same time, which is not impossible unless you're very, very fast, extremely fast, or you'd have two. Anyway, I don't even want to know how you try and do that. So everything is actually done really fast. It's got all kinds of other maths going on in it, and it's got a lot of the indicator itself is about 4,000 lines long, so it's looking for momentum as well. So rather than just entering in a place, it's looking for these to line up. It's looking for 1 minute chart entries based on the 4-hour and daily and the hourly trend, the trend that's opening, and also when the trend changes as well. I'm not going to go into great detail because obviously I'll be telling you how it all works then. When it enters a trade, when it takes two trades, the long-term one is actually fibbed, and then it moves the stop on various fib levels up behind the trade. We found that most effective in working out the target. It has settable risk reward. Other things you can do, there's some buttons here. It's got a built-in backtest feature, and click backtest like that. You see it says 88%. That means that in a trading situation, it should win about 2,500 or 2,100 pips and lose about 250. It's a bit conservative because it's based on candle opens rather than actually it's based on candle opens rather than actually tick data, because I couldn't really do it inside the viewer. So this is all really complicated, and I might seem like I can go really fast, but that's okay. We've also got the trade viewer. You can click through the trades that it's placed. You can see there's one here that just stopped out in profit, which was the right thing to do, so it just pulled back on itself. And we're in a second trade on this pair, this is the current open trade. In fact, you'll see the winning trade has already gone. The little 23 pip trade has already gone. We've already taken profit on that, and because we've got a 23 pip stop and this one's safe, I won't lose any money on it. Now, it depends on the market. Obviously, the situation in the market. Sometimes markets are very flat, as we are here, and that means that we get a lot of things that go safe and just stop out straight away. Of course, so our bread and butter money is these little 23 pip trades over and over again, and we know we win about 75 out of 100. Okay, so the big moves, if we get bigger moves and everything like that, we win another 3 pips if it just stops out in profit. But then if we get a bigger move, that's like a bonus on the top. It's like like the robot's doing its work to make all these little 25, 29 pips, 23 pips, sorry, and then it goes for like huge targets, much bigger targets, and this one like is 155 pips away. So that's really cool. So it does place about, what are we on, about 30 trades a week, I suppose, and depending on market conditions, depends on how much it makes, but we look to make a certain amount of pips each week, but it really just depends on what's happening in the market. Don't trade FOMC, happy to trade non-farm payrolls, happy to trade anything that's numbers really. So the only time we really take it off is FOMC. Otherwise, we're happy to let it trade in whatever markets you want. It's just looking at. So the way you set it up is pretty easy. Here's GBP USD. You see a signal on that short there. GBP USD is it's a classic example. You can see there's a nice long buy trend. I've got some signals. I've got a signal here. I've got a signal there actually, and then there's a sell signal there. So that would have probably either stopped out or stopped out in profit. But that's a nice little sell down there. We'd have got the 23 pips out of that. But then you get longer ones where we go up this big long run up here. Targets actually set here, so actually you would take profit there. So you can see some really good entries. You can use the indicators for trading yourself if you want, but it's never going to be as good as the robot, because the robot's able to do things that you can't manage the trades like a robot does, because it doesn't care. It's got no emotions in the whole thing. Here's another one. So let me just show you this. Show you some sell entries while we're here. There's a sell entry there. There's a sell entry there. Target for that sell entry is this blue line. Oh no, actually it's lower. It's there. Target for this blue entry would probably stop out in profit somewhere here. Target for this entry is down there. It's just so you can see pretty much where it's trying to enter. I mean, sometimes of course you get false signals. It's just like any other mathematical formula. It is examining the current candle, the open candle. It doesn't worry about closed candles. There's reasons for that to do with the mathematics. Sometimes it sees a signal and places it, and then it goes against us. But that's like it's not a lot of percentage. So other things we've got. So I was talking a bit about entries. It takes entries not only with momentum but based on, so it'll try and enter in these positions. So if it's going for this kind of thing where it's going up with these two candles in this formation, it'll enter there. So that means that it will never enter in the middle of a great big candle. That's quite a problem. It won't chase trades. Same thing if it's going short. If you've got a pair of twins, these are called twins, where it sells here and it switches around and turns back, and there's actually very little difference in the open and the close of the two of them. Is that going the right way? Yes. Oh, sorry, that's going the wrong way. It's actually going the other way. Very professional. Right. So, and then this one again, it's come down. It's done a U-turn, and there's an entry there. It will try and enter on within those candles. So, it looks for structure, momentum across 4 time frames. It's not something a human being can do efficiently and generate signals, and it pops up and it sends you emails and it does that thing to try and be friendly and tell it what's going on. We've also got fib levels involved as well. You can see they're marked on the chart there, based on the weekly chart. In fact, the fib levels are there, so we know whereabouts we are in the market at any time. So if you're interested in trading, you can just sit and stare at charts, because the robot will deal with it. We do kind of not really sell the indicator on its own now, but I don't sell a lot because, to be honest, I don't think anyone's really interested. Anyway, so if you are interested, we also have a Discord group. We're really happy to have chats with people about it, so they can ask questions and everything. And if you go to the website, it's www.strobotultimate.com. You can see that there's our Discord. It's got loads of places you can get into. Some things, of course, you can't get access to unless you're using the software. But we have a traders group, so you're always part of another group of people using the robot and just making sure that you get the help you need if, setting up and taking down or whatever and managing it. And if something doesn't work right, we can kind of sort you out. So results-wise, it just depends on the market, really, and what's doing. We have a bread and butter amount we make every month, obviously, from the small trades. And then we have the... I should have got the spreadsheet out, but I didn't. And then we have the big wins, the bigger wins, which kind of add to that, or like a little bonus on top. We don't intend to lose money at all. That's the goal of this. The goal is that it will trade through anything. We don't intend to lose money, and we intend to make some bucks and to build a solid foundation for income. That sounds really good, doesn't it? Yeah, so there we go. I'm Paul. Thanks for coming. Strobotultimate.com is where you need to go to find out further details. I've got loads of YouTube videos there, including this one. And every time I do a major update, I go ahead and put out a new video. So keep an eye on the YouTube channel. Please subscribe to it, because it's nice to have more than 5 subscribers. Thanks very much. Have a great day.